It's a hard knock life out there for tamers, and if you're looking to make a little Pansun on the side, we have just the solution. Hello tamers, it's Codiak here, back for another Temtem survival guide, and today we're grinding out the Pansun with this essential money-making guide. There's no denying it, the current state of endgame Temtem is kind of a mess, but that's what happens when you're in early access. Things will hopefully change, but while we wait for new content, we might as well focus on what we can do to get by. Livid spent hours, and I mean literally dozens of hours, farming different methods of endgame content to bring you the most accurate guide for money making out there on the internet. The man has a level of dedication unmatched by anyone, because if it was me, I would have quit after 30 minutes, but nonetheless, let's take a look. Before we get started, there are a few general things you need to know. First and foremost is that Tem Card Plus items are a waste of money. In this method we lay out, the capture rate of using a basic card is almost the same as if you were using a Tem Card Plus, but at a fraction of the cost. We understand the appeal, but just stay away. Your wallet will thank you. Another thing, any perfect Temtem you capture, that is Temtem with a maxed out single value, could be turned around and sold to another tamer for a small boost in Pansun. Additionally, they could also be used for future breeding projects, so easy on the trigger and remember to check every Temtem before releasing them. Today we'll be talking about 3 methods of capture and release, and while all are effective, some are slightly better than others, and some just may make more sense to you. For the first method, here's the setup. You'll be using 2 generic whip lumps. Any whip lumps you capture will work as long as they have the cold breeze technique, just catch and go. You'll need the 4-leaf clover on one of them, and if you need help getting that item, we have a handy guide right here on the channel. And finally, you'll be farming in one of 2 locations, the Codiak Note or the rock-hopping isle across from the Anik volcano, the patch with Magmus and Mastion. Now both locations are fine for farming, but there is a slight difference based on the capture rate of the Temtem. In the Codiak Note, expect to make around 3,000 to 5,000 Pansun an hour, and this is slightly lower than the second location, the Anik volcano island, where you can expect to make 5,000 to 7,000 Pansun an hour. The reason for the discrepancy is rather simple. While farming in the Codiak Note, you'll most likely chew through your Tem cards, and while they aren't particularly costly, your overall profits start to drop the more time you waste throwing cards and catching nothing. Method 2 here is easily the best farming method we've come up with and the one we recommend the most. To set up this scenario, you'll need double whip lumps, but both will have to have high special attack. This will make Cold Breeze your core farming technique much more effective at dealing damage. On its first hit, Cold Breeze applies the cold status effect, which has no impact on a Temtem's performance, but when used a second time, the Temtem becomes frozen, and that added status effect makes capturing Temtem even faster. In this scenario, you'll be farming in the exact same locations as in Method 1, but here are the numbers you care about. In the Codiak Note, expect to make around 6,000 to 7,000 Pansun an hour, nearly doubling your minimum expected profits from Method 1. In the Anik volcano island, you can expect to make somewhere in the ballpark of 7,000 to 9,000 Pansun, and while that's not doubling your minimum value, it's still a sizable step up. The same environmental factors apply to Method 2 as well. Tem cards will break more often when farming in the Codiak Note, while the Anik volcano island will be a bit more consistent in terms of captures. Now, in both Method 1 and Method 2, you will have to run back and heal every so often, which does disrupt the flow of the grind. This isn't a huge game changer in terms of total profits, but anytime you are traveling and not farming means your maximum potential profits does go down. Now, this final method changes up things quite a bit, but it's for a specific reason. For Method 3 to work, you'll need a Lullaby Benefactor Kinu equipped with the 4-leaf clover, and a low special attack Nesla with Electric Synthesize equipped with the lure. It should be said that Kinu does not know Lullaby inherently. Players will need to breed a female Kinu with a male Adoraboros to learn the move. Throughout the fight, you'll get into a rhythm. Each Temtem has a job to do, and both do it remarkably well. Kinu's function is twofold: to keep Nesla healed up throughout any fights, and to put enemies to sleep either through hypnosis on turn 2 or using Lullaby to sleep the entire team on turn 3. Nesla, on the other hand, is your damage dealer. Chain Lightning is a great tool because it damages multiple targets and heals Nesla, and Kinu's Benefactor trait also heals an ally by 10% when they take damage from an enemy target. This means that your team is effectively all about sustain, staying out on the field for longer periods of time. In Method 3, you'll want to focus on the Cacamassino location. If your capture rate is high, you can expect to make somewhere in the range of 7.5 to 10,000 Pansun per hour. A max level Nesla with low special attack is ideal because it won't outright kill things, but regardless of if you have everything in line, Ukama is such an iffy catch that we recommend relying on Method 2 if you want a more consistent rate of capture. As it stands, grinding out Pansun is one of the only things to do in the current endgame of Temtem, but things are bound to change. If you like this video and want to keep up with the latest Temtem news, be sure to subscribe to the channel and consider joining us on Discord. We're proud to say that Legion Gaming is one of the largest and most inclusive Temtem communities. If you do have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to drop us a like if you did enjoy the video. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legion Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.